Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining me today. It's lovely to have your company. I hope you're all doing really well, really happy, really healthy, and keeping safe. The weather over here in England is atrocious at the moment. We have 100-mile-an-hour winds. It's really bad. It's stormy, it's raining. Oh, it's absolutely awful. And today I am going to react to this song called Bird on a Wire, and I'm going to do David Soul's version. David Soul was a multi-talented person, an actor, a singer, director, producer, theatre. He was a thespian. He wrote books. He was a writer. He'd done so many things in his life, and he just recently died, just over a year ago now. And I just want to honor him because not many people have done a reaction videos for David Soul, and I really want to put him back on the map as a singer, as an actor. He was very much underrated because I don't know why, mainly because he wasn't a very flash person. He wasn't really very loud. He was humble. He never boasted about himself at all. He was calm. He kept a low profile, even though he was such a really good looking guy. He had a lot to boast about if he wanted to, but I like his demeanor. I like his the way, I love his personality and I love his charisma. So I just want to let people know about him, trying to keep his legacy alive. So David Soul, yes, my story with David, well, I'd never actually met David, but I'm just saying, like, my story with David started when I was 7 years old. A friend of mine from school said to me, go and watch this TV series called Starsky and Hutch. It's a TV cop series where all the the cops are Starsky and Hutch, David Soul, and Paul Michael Glazier. They're cops and they're fighting people and they're solving crime, putting all the bad guys away into prison. So I didn't watch it. Then my friend asked me, did I watch it? I said, no, I haven't watched it. And I promised her I would watch it again. And it was on Thursdays. It wasn't on Saturdays here in the UK. They showed it on a Thursday. I remember that because I was at school. And when I come home from school, I remember looking forward to Starsky and Hutch. And I instantly fell in love with both the guys. But David Soul was the one for me. David Soul had the edge over Paul Michael Glazier. Both wonderful guys. David, yes, he was multi-talented. He had so many films under his belt that I never knew about. So me and my friend, we used to argue over who's the best, who's either Starsky and Hutch, when I was at school, when I was 7. And we both wanted to marry them when we grew up. I wanted to marry David Soul and she wanted to marry Paul Michael Glazier. And through the years, fast forward another 30 years, I wasn't watching, I never knew anything about David Soul after that. I didn't know he made any movies. I didn't know he was acting and singing. All I know him from is Starsky and Hutch and the song Don't Give Up on Us Baby, which was #1 at Christmas time 1976. And that was it. I got on with my life, my personal life, my career. So I didn't know anything about him after that. And I thought he wasn't singing. I mean, I never used to hear about him here in the UK. Anyway, fast forward 30 years. He comes to the UK. I don't even know. He is literally like my neighbour. I live very close to him. And that was unbelievable. That I never knew what he did. But you have to remember that in those days there was no social media. You didn't know what people did. You didn't know about their private lives. You didn't know anything. You only knew about things if you read the paper or the magazines. So he's in England. He's doing all these movies and shows, and I never knew I would have gone to watch him because I'm a big fan of his, and I am really gutted that I never got to see him. Well, let me tell you something what happened on the day he died. On the day he died, I never knew he had died. Yeah? On the 4th of January 2024, I went for an interview. I was going for an interview somewhere, and I had to take the bus. And that on the bus, I had to go past the hospital, the Royal London Hospital. And on that day, David was in the hospital. He was dying in that hospital as I went past it. And I never knew he was there. I never knew he was in the hospital. So I'm going past the hospital, looking at the hospital, wondering whether what kind of treatment they do there, whether there's a private hospital, whether it's a private hospital, or whether you still get patients on the NHS. So I was just asking myself in my mind, oh, I never checked out this hospital. I need to check this out. If it's a good hospital, does it get good reviews? I was actually on the bus going past the place that David died on that very day at that very time. It was like 10:30 in the morning. I went past the hospital. I've never gone to that hospital in my life. I've never traveled through that hospital, either in a car or a bus or a train. I never, ever went past the hospital. And what a coincidence, on the day he dies, I go to that hospital. I go past that hospital. Does it mean anything? Who knows? I'll never know that. But I know I feel strongly connected to him. And today I want us to react to the song Bird on a Wire, which is not his famous song, but I love the song a lot. It's a very, very sad song. It's a ballad, and David delivers it really, really well, with emotion, with sincerity, with love. He's so authentic. So I really want us to listen to the song together, and yeah. So let's get it on, guys. I'm going to just put the song on now, and let me see. Let's see. It's just an audio version of the song because the video version is very blurred. I can't find any clear videos. So let's listen to the audio version.
Like a bird on a wire,
So sad.
like a drunk in a midnight choir. I have tried in my way to be free, like a worm on a hook, like a knight in an old-fashioned book. I have seen all my rhythms for thee.
Wow.
And if I
love this bit.
If I've been unkind, I hope that you will let it go by. And if
If
I've been untrue,
I love him. I love this
I
one.
hope you know
I wish I had him
it was never
live, singing this live. I really want to see if I can find
so
anything
I
that's
swear
live.
by the song. I
I
swear
swear.
by all I did wrong.
Oh my God.
I won't
It's such a bittersweet
all
song
of
about regrets, life,
on a wire,
like a bird on a wire.
like a drum in a midnight choir. I've tried in my way be free.
Wow, what a song. Unbelievable. I'm just gonna see how I feel. This song, how did it make me feel? It made me feel emotional, and I had such a yearning sensation about regrets. It just, the lyrics are really good. They're very poetic, and they use lots of metaphors in this song as well. And the bird on the wire, wow. It represents liberation. A bird wants to be free. It's the liberation of this bird, but this bird is on the wire, so it has to stay grounded as well. So it's really, really good. It represents life, what people go through. There's a desire to be liberated. And you know, David, he sings in a very soft, gentle voice, and it's very melodic, you know, in its delivery. He sings in a very sincere, reflective way, you know, very warm, you know. And I like the fact, I like his version more than anybody else's version, because it's so emotional. It's very, very emotional. And he's been very reflective in the song. It's introspective. I just love the delivery. I love the lyrics. And where he says, if I've been unkind, if I've been unkind, oh my God, that really hit me really hard. And if I've been untrue, it was never for you, never to you. Well, he's saying that he wasn't intending to hurt the person. It was never meant for you. And he's pleading for forgiveness when he says, if I've been unkind, please forgive me, you know. He's pleading for forgiveness. Anyway, I love his version. I've heard all the other versions as well, but David's version is the best in my opinion. Okay, and this wraps it up, guys. That's the end of my what I think of the song. But I like David. I like the way he delivers the songs. I like his soft, gentle voice. His it's just so brilliant. I didn't know he sung these type of songs. my first time hearing this song, it's left me with goosebumps, honestly. Well, I'm hope to find more of his songs to play for people, because I really want to share David with the world, because people underrated him. They don't even know about him. Some people don't even know. They just know him from Starsky and Hutch. They don't know the real David. And he was a humanitarian. He was an activist as well. He cared about people. He cared about animals. And yes, so this guy from Starsky and Hutch left an impact in my heart. He left an impact, and it's never going to go away. I can't help that. That's the way I feel. And it's not just the looks. It's not about the looks. It's about his personality, the way he speaks, the way he walks, the way he talks, his smile, he's a very reflective person, very honest, very authentic. This is the appeal, his authenticity, and the fact that he takes accountability for mistakes in life. You know, he owns up to his mistakes. He's really accountable, and that's what I love about him the most. What a brilliant person, you know, gifted in so many ways. And he started off as a singer. He didn't start off, everybody thinks he was an actor from Starsky and Hutch, then that kicked off his singing career, but that's not the case at all. He started singing back in the 60s, where he was the covered man, where he wore a mask, and he wanted to be known for his music, not for his looks. So he's back in 1964, 1963. He was from a very religious family. He was in the choir. He was in a quartet. Way before he became an actor, he was in a Bond film. He was in... Anyway, he came over to England, and from the 90s onwards, we embraced him. We took him with open arms, welcomed him into our homes, into our lives. We love David Soul here in the UK. Yeah. And he was given a career here over in England, where I'm based, which is just like a mile and a half up the road. He lived in Maida Vale, I think. So, wow. And he was always in touch with his fans. He never refused an autograph. He never refused talking to people. He would walk into a pub like an ordinary person and sit down and have a beer. And people used to talk to him. He never complained about being disturbed. I remember reading about him, and watching a video. He said he likes people. He's fascinated by people. So he loves talking to the general public. And that's really, really good. You don't find that in celebrities these days. I mean, David Soul, believe it or not, in 1977, he was the biggest star in the world. More than the Beatles, more than Elvis Presley. At one time, he was the biggest thing ever. But I'm very surprised, because he's very meek, he's very humble. He never let it go to his head, the fame and the fortune. He led a tragic life as well, but I'm not going to go into that. It was very tragic, his life. He went through a lot of pain as well with his injuries, and with COPD and lung cancer. So a very sad ending to a great man. Thank God he lived until the age of 80, but he could have lived longer than that. And he suffered a lot in his life, and in my view, he aged before his time. He aged very, very badly, but that doesn't matter to me at all. I don't care about his age. I don't care about anything. I love the guy no matter what. He can look 100. He can be, you know, really, really old. It doesn't matter to me. He's the same David Soul. I accept him no matter what age. He was a brilliant actor. He became really, really famous. He made so many movies, and I'm not going to go into it now because this is just a reaction video, reaction to a song. So guys, I'm going to love you and leave you now because my time's up. I have to go. So I'll see you next time with another reaction video or another video about David Soul, about his life, about his movies. So I'll see you soon, guys. All right, you take care now. Have a great day and be safe, be happy, be healthy, and look after each other, make time for each other. So